So we are back, and thank you for welcoming me with you, the famous jury of DIH² Factor. So I think you had a great presentation and a great management by Alice of this session. So a big pressure on your shoulder now, because you need to define who's going to be the winner of this first edition of DIH² Factor. But before that, I think it's very interesting we can discuss, right? We need to know what you think. And I think all the startups who applied to the DIH² Factor want to better understand also what make your decision. Because it's not only a name, it's also, you know, what have you analyzed these different 5 companies. I think we cover a lot of different topics. So we can also discuss about the topic that have been discussed today. We spoke about automation, modular automation. We spoke about circularity and sustainability. We spoke about 3D vision. We spoke about data management as well. So a lot of different things. And I think it's quite good as well, because we think that manufacturing is not just one small thing, it's huge. And that's why it's not going to be easy for you now to define who's going to win. So we want to start. We want to play and share his own feeling, and I know who's going to start. We're going to give the floor to Nicolas, because you're used to the jury most of the time. So you have experience, so you can start sharing and we can open the discussion.
Yeah, well, first, I would say the issues that the startup are trying to solve are I would say, well positioned by the concerns that the industry is currently having right now. You know, sustainability, circularity, data management, you know, vision, automation, and automation, you know, with a vision of abstraction in order to make it easier also to understand and so on. The only missing part was really around the training education. You know, which is a very critical topic for the industry as well, you know, which was not there, but I would say there is some aspect of it, but not really covered. But I think, you know, they were positioned on the right issues that the people are currently thinking of trying to solve and so on. So which is a pretty good sign about the alignment. Then there is more or less complex, you know, technology, easy to use and so on. The sustainability aspect, I guess, is absolutely key in everything we do. And today, everything we can move from the cloud to the edge, I think is welcome, you know, in order to reduce the power consumption to some extent, to enhance the cybersecurity feature, or I would say to have more proximity as well, you know, and move less data from one place to the other, which is also participating to the climate issue. But I guess from everything I saw, so great presentation, great topics that have been tackled, a very different way to deal around the technology by itself, and a pretty interesting value proposition as well, which is described, you know, and this is a super difficult exercise. We know, you know, pitch in kind of 4 minutes is something very, very, very difficult.
In duplex as well. So
yeah, in duplex, you know, but duplex, you know, I guess, you know, unfortunately, you know, COVID we learned the hard way, you know, how to manage that, and now people are kind of used to it, but it's always difficult, you know, tons of technical issues there. But I think, you know, this is what I currently keep in mind, is that there is a, well, pretty good idea and really well aligned with the priorities that I can see, you know, from the industrial side.
So pretty encouraging for European manufacturing.
Yeah, for sure, yeah, and plenty of you know, different countries, you know, with different flavor of really, you know, the issues they want to tackle, and pretty clear, I guess, value proposition. Now, you know, the question is market access, you know, a lot of things like that, which are linked to the startup effect, and how you deal, you know, with some moving from customer pilots in order to scale, you know, which is always the issue we know for a startup mode.
But it's true that it's not always easy to address the manufacturing industry, because it's you need to really believe in you, because it's not easy to make move in this industry.
No, absolutely, and we know that, you know, there's a time frame that are used inside, you know, the production line and so on, are sometimes not totally compatible with the expected, you know, adoption of a technology there.
Which make investment quite challenging, actually, because the investment time has some limitation as well, and you need to get the high value. So from what you have seen today, so both at Supernova Invest and OSS Venture, so you have also strong expertise in the manufacturing industry. Maybe we can start with you, Aurore. What raised your interest, and also what are the main challenge you foreseen for some of the companies due also to the organization of the manufacturing industry in Europe? Big question, huh?
Yeah.
Another pressure on your shoulder, I told you.
I really like all the pitches because they are all on the trendy subject. For example, circular economy is a really hot topic in manufacturing. So I think those companies are in the right space. Now, the main challenge, but it's for each kind of startup, not just for manufacturing startup, is to find a really clear use case, to define an ICP, and to build your product for that ICP. And when it's a success with that ICP, then you can target another one, and you go like this step by step.
Be more focused on one application and one concrete case. I think it's very important. So you can go faster and prove, and then raise more interest from the private investor because you reduce the risk.
Yeah, and the clearer the ICP is for you, the clearer you can change. For example, if you think that ICP doesn't respond enough, I don't know, 3 weeks, and you do, I don't know, 300 user interview, and you see that in the 3 weeks you don't have great response, it's maybe you have to redefine your ICP. And like this, you can grow your startup to find, at the end, the product market fit.
Yeah. You don't need to know and to let me know who, but as an investor, and I will ask you the same question, is there any company that you could invest from what you have seen today? I mean, you could further consider due diligence in those 5 companies?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, that's good. That's a good sign as well, a good message. I'm asking you the same question. So as Supernova Invest, again, very active in investing in manufacturing. So from what you have seen, do you have some key messages also to share with the companies that pitches today?
First of all, congratulations, because the pitches were great. Then I would totally agree with what Aura say, identifying the right use case and the key clients you're going to start building the technology and the use case with to develop it further and bring it to the market is going to be absolutely essential to the development of a company. And finally, something perhaps a bit specific to our lens from Supernova. For us, we have a very strong emphasis on technology itself, and I think it's very relevant in the manufacturing sector because the factories are already here. They don't wait for your technology or your product to work. So you need to prove that you're going to do something that already exists better or differently, not just and often at the same price or even a lower price. So you have to prove that you're more efficient and lower cost. So the only way to build this and to actually win the market, where there are already existing players, is to have a robust technological base. And that's something we really look into when we consider the landscape, and something where the companies that pitched today had some really promising arguments as well.
And do you have a favorite? You don't need to let me know which one, no? But do you have a favorite one? A few, more than one. That's good. That's
It would be too easy at this stage to have only one.
But I think that's nice, because this is a first DIH² Factor dedicated to manufacturing, and to see that you have maybe some potential company that you could consider to make due diligence on. I think it's a good message. I'm going to go to you now, Hind, because I know within Pfeiffer you are investing in production to double the production capacity, but also to reach net zero. So from what you have seen today, did you see some topic that specifically raised your interest?
Yeah, there are a few topics. I mean, first of all, I think it's very difficult to come after all what you said, because I think I agree with everything you've been saying here. I think all startups we've seen today are really spot on the topics that we need to tackle to tackle actually the challenge of sustainability in manufacturing. There are a few ideas, creative ideas, that could be interested to investigate a little bit more. And probably my advice to some of the startups is to also approach corporate. Because and this is what we are here today. I think that the idea is to get an ecosystem around corporate also, that to scale up and to test also can be a testing process to validate some of the use cases in a real life with the manufacturers. For me, I think, well, yeah, I really liked the data side of it and the flexibility, the modularity, because this is what we need to scale up in manufacturing, especially when we automatize actually a complex manufacturing structure. Modular blocks and data security management are really the hot topic. Of course, the circularity as well. So it will be a very hard call to to push the button to get your favorite. So there are a few.
Yeah, I don't want to say like everybody wins, but it's true that we are coming from 50 selected company to 5. So the 5 who pitched today, I think, were selected after a first consensus meeting where it was already challenging to define who's going to be the 5 selected one. So today you're going to have to select one, but I think the message also for the 5 companies is that they perform well and that we congratulate, as you mentioned, Nicola, as well. If you have one word for them, if we need to conclude with one word on what we have seen, but also what you're expecting. I know it's not an easy game, but I told you, pressure is on you now. What could it be?
One word for each, or which means five words, or generally speaking?
You're smart.
No, one word. So, well, I think so. You know, startup story is always difficult, but sometimes when you are in a startup, you know, you are looking too much internally. You have also to open up and you know, look through the window, because the world is going very fast in that environment. And I would say this word is around, I think, collaboration. So you need to find also a way to collaborate, you know, whether with corporate, you know, in order to make a proof of concept or something like that. Maybe also, you know, so everybody is looking for money. So for sure with a venture and so on. But you know, you need to build something which is solid with someone or with a few someone. In order to build that. So I would say collaboration there.
And this is something that you're doing quite often with Schneider Electric as well, working with startups. So, yeah, it's good. One word?
I think it would be the same as I said previously. It's just a defined, clear ICP, and market.
Focus.
Yeah, focus. It's really important.
Yeah, very nice.
I'll go with the focus as well, and especially all the companies we saw already have a rather clear idea of where they want to go with the technology. So now, as Nicola and Ora says, about getting it out there, so identifying the right ecosystem and persons to partner with, to develop with, and to further refine what the product until it's market ready.
So, okay. And you, Int, I'm sorry you need to conclude for everything today. So.
Yeah, I mean, I will join Nicola on collaboration, but I think they have to reach out also to corporate. I think they need probably VCs, but they need also industrial partners.
Yeah,
I think that's really key. I mean, I don't know, we're not structured to work with startups, but we're learning.
Yeah, that's
So
also a strong message, yes. And I think it's a question of ecosystem.
Exactly.
As you all know, this is also what we are focusing on BluMorpho, so this is music for my ear, but that's really good, that's really good. Okay, so I think now it's time to make the final selection. So it's your time to make the final vote. You can take your phone and make your vote. And you let us know when you're done. Big pressure. You feel the pressure?
Yeah, I feel the pressure.
You feel the pressure. It's done for you? Done as well? Done. Good. So, Alice, the floor is yours.
Yeah.
So you can look at the results.
So I can have a look at the results. So coming in 5th position, Utilligent.
Wow. Nice.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, indeed, yeah.
5th of the entire competition. Coming in 4th position, BotHive. Congratulations.
So about
Modularity,
in automation.
Modularity.
Yeah. Really interesting.
Robotics, yeah. Coming in 3rd position,
So the top 3 now.
Circular IQ, reaching the top 3. Congratulations. Coming up to the 2nd position, we will have Stakes as well. Congratulations, Stakes.
Congratulations on the data, as you mentioned, very interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. And now let's have a look at our winner. The winner of our competition is... Lightcode Photonics.
You with us?
Yes, I'm with you.
And congratulations.
So congratulations.
Thank you so much. It's a great honor to be the winner, especially with such an honorable jury. Let's just say. I see this as a small but very important step for us to get forward, because the road ahead of us is so long, in some sense that you need to take these steps to really be able to do the marathon, really. And for me, this is a very important step. And for Light entirely. So, on behalf of all of Lightco's, thank you.
Congratulations, Jan. Congratulations from all of us.
Yep.
And so you need to know that since you're a winner, you're going to have strong visibility to about 300,000 companies in Europe. And that's the prize as well from BluMorpho. You are already selected to join Info Venture Summit next year. You've done that already, so it's not something new to you because we knew you from Info as well, but you're going to have great visibility, and I hope that you will announce bigger investment by next year. Yep. So congratulations.
Thank you again. Thank you again. Perfect.
Well, will not be easier, maybe faster.
Exactly.
It will not be easier.
So I think now it's time to close, and thank you all again for your active participation for this first edition.
Yep.
We hope to see you again, and you trust us and come back. And obviously, as you mentioned, collaboration. We need to support all those companies and investors, corporate. We need all to work together.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.